Hey, what's up? This is Patrick Barker with the Parallax View. I'm trying something new this week. Pacific Rim comes out on Friday, so I went through my DVD and Blu-ray catalog and picked out 5 movies that I'm going to be watching before the premiere of the movie. First movie up is Attack the Block. Attack the Block came out a few years ago, and it was produced by Edgar Wright, who did Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz. He's got another movie coming out this year, The World's End. And it was written by one of the other producers on Shaun of the Dead, Joe Cornish. And it's about a whole bunch of boys in South London who end up having to fight off an alien invasion. Now, it's not a giant monster movie, it's just monsters, but they're aliens from outer space. They're big, black gorilla wolf MFers, as they like to call it in the movie. It also features Nick Frost in a pretty funny role as a drug dealer. It's got a lot of amazing action and chavs, so that's why I like it. Second movie on my list is The Cabin in the Woods, which was written and produced by Joss Whedon and directed by Drew Goddard. The whole plot of this is a whole bunch of 20-something kids go on vacation in the mountains in a cabin in the woods, kind of like the Evil Dead movies, things like that, and one by one they get killed off. But there's something going on behind the scenes that I'm not going to spoil, which will make you understand why it's more of a monster movie than just horror movie. It's pretty funny, a lot of action, gore, guts, all that stuff. Also features a young Chris Hemsworth. This movie was shot in like 2009, but didn't come out until 2012, right before the Avengers did. It's one of my favorite movies of last year too. You can actually watch this on Netflix. And the director of this, Drew Goddard, wrote the next movie on my list. Next movie on my list is Cloverfield, which was produced by J.J. Abrams, who did Star Trek, Lost, Alias, all those shows, and was directed by Matt Reeves, who did the remake of Let the Right One In, Let Me In. The premise of this is it's a found footage movie using a camera, kind of like the one I'm shooting on, and a whole bunch of 20-somethings are witnessing a giant monster attacking New York. I love this movie. I thought it was one of the best viral marketed movies out there. They showed the trailer with Transformers, and it was one of those things where, holy crap, what am I watching? I have no idea. What the heck? And it was one of the best versions of found footage movies, and one of the best movies in the giant movie genre, like giant monster movie genre as well. The next movie on my list was Super 8, which was written and directed by J.J. Abrams, and was executive produced by Steven Spielberg, who did things like Jurassic Park and E.T., which this is almost a direct homage of. It takes the whole story of an alien falling to Earth, and the government takes it and controls it, and it finally busts out in a small town in Ohio, and a whole bunch of kids shooting a movie happen to catch this alien as it breaks out, and they try and follow around, figure out what the heck's going on. The military gets involved. It's a great send up to those old movies from the 80s, classics like E.T., and has some great action, has a great looking monster too, and it's almost as good as Cloverfield. Okay, so this last one is a bit of a stretch, but when you think about it, it has giant space worms who come through a wormhole, and superheroes have to fight it. Last movie on the list is Avengers. Last year's massive, successful movie where you got Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, the Incredible Hulk, all fighting off an alien invasion brought on by Loki, Thor's brother. Okay, so it's not a giant monster movie, but when you think about it, you got giant worms and aliens flying around on little carts and stuff, shooting up New York City, and people having to fight them off. So it's kind of a monster movie. I love it. It's one of my favorite movies from the past couple of years. So I will be going to the late premiere of Pacific Rim, but I'll probably be watching all of these movies before that time. So this is Patrick Barker with the Parallax View, and I'll see you after the premiere of the Pacific Rim. Later.
On my own, here we go.